I wish I would open up to people more and get involved in activities and have real friends. You guys are part of a journey that I'm on. I spent the first 17 years of my life like everybody else does, you know, going to high school and under authoritative control. I mean, I got out from underneath that a little bit earlier, but there was still school and stuff. And then there was a bad marriage, and then I've dedicated the last 10, 12 years alone to my children. So I have always belonged to somebody else. I have always been told I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, can't sing, can't dance, can't do nothing, and every single person's like sitting there waiting for me to fail, and I just keep pushing forward and pushing forward and pushing forward. And you know what? I think that's a big part of what has wore me out is I've done it alone. You know, it's good to be hard-headed, it's good to be independent, but I have done this alone. I have done this alone to the point that I have pushed everybody away. Some please stay away. I have done this to the point that I'm just broken. I'm just tired. I am so tired. It's like I have had challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge. And I haven't really had a cheerleader, you know. And I know a lot of us haven't. And hopefully, you know, we can become each other's cheerleader and support each other. Because there's a lot of us going through this. There's a whole lot of us that are a lot lonelier than people would realize. A lot of us have a hard time connecting with people. A lot of us aren't given a chance by people to kind of get through the quirky stage of things before it kind of settles down and everybody starts figuring out who each other is. And I personally, I give up right off the bat because I'm stupid and goofy, and I think, you know, you're not going to want me in your life anyway, so there's no sense. Let's cut to the chase and let's not bond, you know. So I can be your best bud for 5 minutes and then I'm gone. And I sabotage myself with a lot of things, you know. I can get invited to come to dinner, and I say I'll be there, but I not show up. Because honest to God, before walking out the door to go, I am scared to death. I am shaking. I am nauseous. I don't know how to be a part of things, and I know that when I am there, sometimes I fight it with everything I have. Sometimes I'll cry all the way there, but I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to face this fear. And I'll do it, but I still standoffish and stuff. And that's absolutely ridiculous because I did not used to be like this. I did not used to be like this. So now we're on a journey. We're on a journey to get back to the who the hell we are supposed to be. We're getting back to who I am outside of a mom and outside of an ex-wife and outside of an abusive ex-wife and outside of goofy childhood stuff. And we're getting back to the basics here. Who am I? What do I like to do? What do I want to wear? Where do I want to go? Who do I want to meet? Do I want to have sex or not? What kind of job do I want? And my daughter just laughs and says I'm having a midlife crisis. You know what? That may be true. Because honestly, I haven't had that many people in my life. And since my husband's been gone, it's just been me and my 2 children. And now they're 20 and 16 and they're moving on. And I am terrified of the situation that I have set up for myself. And that is no support, no cheerleaders, nobody to have a coffee with. And believe me, there are people right now that I could call and I could say I need to borrow $20. Or I've broke my foot, come be with me. And there are people that will come to me, and these are amazing, amazing people. And they're good, good, good. And they're my friends, but we don't hang out. We don't pick up the phone and call each other. We don't Facebook chat. I'm not comfortable. We're different. We have so many things alike, but there are so many differences. And our friendship is just basically based on I'm lost and they're very, very good people. And it could be more if I would let my walls down, but in order to let my walls down, there are things that I have to admit to doing that they're not going to want any part of. Once they learn who I am, they probably don't want anything to do with me anyway. You know, once they realize that I sometimes get tweaked by the psychiatrist, they may think there's a problem there. There is. I have an occasional joint, and some people don't care for that and will automatically put me in some weird category. And that's medication. I don't take pills. I don't drink. Used to drink. That's a whole nother story. I really need to start telling you my drinking stories because It was a very sad time. But we're on a journey. We're on a journey. January, we went out to eat and stuff, and that was a big deal. In February, we went to the movies, and I have met a guy that I started talking to. It's going nowhere. He has no interest in me whatsoever. But we did hang out a couple of times. He is a really sweet guy, and just the point that I hung out for a little while with a grown man